Oh my goodness! What just happened? Sup y'all, welcome. This game is called Norco. I'm Rasenryu, and let me tell you a little bit about this game. First of all, it's won an award from the 2021 Tribeca Festival, so yep. Congratulations to the developer and publisher. And speaking of which, the developer is Geography of Robots, and the publisher is Raw Fury. This is a point-and-click adventure that takes place in Norco, Louisiana, and our objective is finding our missing little brother by following around a fugitive robot throughout the sunken city. It's slated for a March 24th release date, so this here is just a demo. But with all that out of the way, let's get on game. Shield hid the stars behind halogen and flame projected onto the sky every night. There was no such thing as silence. The noise never went away. The refinery exhaled an endless sigh. I could never sleep. It was so loud. In your dreams, the towers were grand cathedrals, places of worship. The swamps hid behind mirrors like spies. The birds transformed into radiant spheres and traced omens above the highway blight. That's a nice scene. You spent your adolescence sleepwalking between little devastating rituals. Though Blake pleaded, you decided to leave. Oh, I think our brother's name is Blake, so that's neat. I have a little brother named Blake, so so that's a very neat coincidence. I knew he'd get over it. I don't think I'd just leave him, stranded or whatever. He never did get over it. Well, that's the reason. You caught out on a grainer to Chicago and onward to the West Coast. You never left Louisiana and thought you'd never return. You thought the ghosts of the lowlands wouldn't find you hiding along the road. The years carried you through overlit suburbs of the vast American limbo, across mountains, above cell towers. Thumbing down 99, you saw an old man crouched in a roadside ditch. He was mouthing your name. He had a familiar gaze. He was gone when you wiped the sleep from your eyes. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that face. You spoke to Blake, learning of your mother's declining health, her insomnia, her erratic behavior. You ignored the urgency in your brother's voice. By and by, you made your way east. You threw your phone into the Rio Grande. You joined the armies of the Mesa. For months you were in the company of fugitives. You slept in nuclear tunnels, repairing engines and weaponry. The war was a meme that set Albuquerque on fire. You escaped while the foot soldiers of a pop-up junta bloodied the parched land. While hiding in the berth of a freightliner. I slept. You slept easily as the truck shuttled through the plains. You called home from a landline in a motel somewhere beyond Texas. You knew from Blake's hello that your mother was already dead. You hung up, shouldered your bag, returned to the highway. 5 years had passed. The ghosts were calling you back home. Lowland ghosts. Well, how very atmospheric. Let's get into it. You awake from a delirious dream to find yourself in your childhood bedroom. Monkey watches you from the corner. Hi, Monkey. Alright, what's this? Among the books on the shelf is a pamphlet called Crisis LARPing. Let's do that. The photo the proto-disaster tourism began almost as soon as the floodwaters left. Punks from across the country ventured into the Ninth Ward, Gently, St. Bernard, and finally the East. Oh, Gentilly. Gotcha. They curated a theatrical self-portrait of their lives in the ruins. The aesthetics of disaster were central to that emerging milieu. I think that's how you say that word. It began to percolate into popular culture. Collapse became the zeitgeist. Wise investors recuperated the experience of disaster. New Orleans became a plastic dystopia, a marketplace for crisis. Was this a plant? You assume Million has been keeping the plants alive. I don't know who Million is. What's this? Cool January air spills through the open window. The low sun washes over the neighborhood. A small flock of blackbirds dissolves into the tree line towards the lake. Commuter traffic glints along Apple Street as a pair of wrens weave out of the overgrown lot next door. Okay. A sticker from grade school, half peeled from the window. Monkey. Oh, maybe I don't want him that close to my face, actually. I'm just going to look away. Monkey, your best friend. A childhood gift. From who? My nightmares? You conversed with him often when things got... Did you just move? He didn't. You guys gotta tell me if he did. Anyway, you conversed with him often when things got difficult, but then you left. He sat here for 5 years collecting dust. He must be angry with me. 5 years, his eyes filled with anger as he challenged you to return his gaze. Staring Contest Part 1 Glyphs. Glyphs will appear on your screen and flash in a specific sequence. Once the sequence is complete, you must select the glyphs in the correct order to match Monkey's gaze. Sure, I'm ready. Ah! You successfully meet Monkey's gaze with a cool assurance. No, I'm not very cool right now, but okay. However, his expression is unchanged. You stare more intensely. Circles will appear over Monkey's eyes. An outer ring will shrink to the perimeter of the circle. Click the circle when the outer ring locks into place. No, I don't think I'm ready for this. Ooh, that worked. It did change. Why is the monkey's face changing? Why is it alive? Anger melts from the monkey's face. It's a little more tolerable now. I will take the monkey, because why not? Come here, monkey. That was scary. I wonder if he would have eaten my face if I didn't match his gaze right. A flyer from a show your friend put on a few weeks before you left town. A fight broke out while one of the opening bands played. I was outside. You didn't feel like being around crowds that night. After the show, you and Blake shot fireworks from the roof of a hotel on Poydras Street. Sleepless and sober, the two of you walked back to Norco. You watched the sun climb over the grain elevators. What else we got in here? Doesn't look like nothing. Oh, okay, so that's how I move. That's my overworld. And this is me. Why is my mind map so scary? You. I'm home again. Because your brother needs you. Because your mom died. Oh, okay. I was traveling. Through the Midwest. The freight cars rattled in the cold dust as you crouched on the granite porch. The cell towers peeked over the flat country, translating the notions of the world. The lights of suburban Memphis, the fences, the traffic, the stark shadows under a lavender blanket of clouds. Afraid, tired, silent, and alert at each terminal, you watched the night decay for miles. And then what? You rode in the back of a van, wedged between amplifiers from Chicago to Des Moines. You stole a heater from Walmart and brought it to the poorly attended house show. Des Moines to Kansas City to Denver. Oh my, I can do a lot here. Your friends went south and you were glad to be alone. You spent long nights along those highways in a shitty sleeping bag. You bathed in rivers. You watched the ocean of outer space. You watched the satellites travel along their course down the Pacific coast. Summer days arrived. You built a bike in a garage in Eureka, and it took it south. Generator shows on the beach. Interstate on-ramps teeming with personalities. The familiar smile on the face of the old man in the Central Valley ditch. That smile burned its image into your eyes. Let's start with Blake, your brother. I don't know. Is oblivious. Your grandma once said that she didn't expect much from Blake. She said he was short-tempered, oblivious, and couldn't focus. Blake was sitting in the chair across from her, staring down at a tablet. After she left the room, you asked him how he felt. I feel fine, he said. Why? Because of what Gran said, he responded. He looked confused. What'd she say? Younger, reckless, gets in trouble, spends sleepless nights scrolling image boards. An edgelord, a shitlord, a sensitive soul, compassionate, foolish. Can't take criticism, always needs money, tries to help those he loves, but often makes things worse. This is nothing like my brother. What else? Insecure, dysmorphic, constantly checking his reflection, always seeking validation. Was terrified of you leaving, and now he's terrified of you dying. When I think of him, all I feel is guilt and obligation. No love or anything like it. Sure. Let's see if I can get a different response. Nope, I can't. Enough. Your mom. She died. The cancer metastasized. It was in her liver, then her lungs, then it was in her brain. She was on chemo, never finished her third course. At the hospice on Jefferson Highway, Blake said the traffic shook the building. He left before she drew her last breath. Alone with the morphine drip and the rattling glass. That's how Catherine died. Yeesh. Okay, that's enough of that thought. I don't like that. The smile of the man who crouched in the ditch of the highway has burned itself into your mind. Okay. My mind zone or whatever it's called, my mind map is so scary. What are these? Oh, this is how I save. Don't mind if I do. Monkey stares at you. You stare at Monkey. He stares with more intensity, until his gaze passes through you. You become invisible to him. Look away. I wonder what that does. Alright, anyway. Oh, listen to that music. Memories of sleepless twilights, the dull refinery hum in the red halogen half-darkness. Your mom sitting here staring through the window. There was a tension in her demeanor on those nights, as if you were interrupting some urgent and obligatory task. You'd continue to the kitchen with no words exchanged. I thought she hated me. She was thinking about Blue. She barely knew you were there. Ow. What's Blue, or who's Blue? Your mom's unfolded laundry. A family photo album. Let's look at it. Yellowing pages of disposable photographs. Your grandfather. A peculiar look in his face, impossible to read. Your mom staring at Blake through the obscure lighting. He's dressed as a vampire, tugging at someone's waist. Pleated khaki shorts. A photo labeled Duck, scene of a barbecue on the lakefront. The man at the center points playfully at the camera. His face is obscured. Turn the page and there's Blue, your father. Though you've never thought of him that way. His skin stained by the sun. A canister of dip shoved into his front pocket. His easy smile. His knowing eyes. You set the book aside. Now I've got more mind maps. Let's go into the darkness. Into the darkness. Huzzah! Your grandfather, Peter Pops Pierre. Peter Pops Pierre Melancon. He passed away when you were a teenager. He seemed to court controversy, though as a child you never understood why. Blue. It's a vague memory. You don't remember Blue, only the things he left behind. Photographs, cologne, tools, the name that your mother kept. Even the pictures that have survived are too faded to make out. An old friend of your mom's. Your memory of him is scattered and vague. What else you got? Nothing? How about you, Mom? Nothing? Okay. Alright, let's leave the scary space. Mail! A letter from Shield Oil sits atop a stack of mail. Shield Oil Community Notice. Dear neighbor, please be advised. There will be an elevated flaring at the site of our number 5 stack near Good Hope on the evening of Thursday, March 19th. This will pose no health risk to residents. If you have any questions or concerns, please contact the Shield Norco Office of Community Engagement. Okay. Books. You peruse the titles on the bookshelf. Do I? Okay, let's go. The western margin of the lake. Many tragedies have come to pass along the western margin of Lake Pontchartrain. You said it wrong, not me. The unnamed hurricane of YW9D left the settlements of Frenier and La Branche in a state of unrecognizable destruction. Those who survived did so by clinging for their lives to the limbs of cypress trees. The fables and secrets of those communities lie with the bones now scattered in the sediment of the lake. Look, if I'm mispronouncing any of these names, it's because I've never heard them before. So, my apologies for the mispronunciations. You can correct me in the comments. Critiques of deliberate externality. Shield has acquired much of Norco's most flood-resistant land through a variety of mechanisms. Madere and Moore, YX1Y, argue that one such mechanism is a process of deliberate externality. This theory posits that key corporate decision-makers encourage the company to emit effluent and noxious substances into the environment with the explicit intention of decreasing neighboring property values. Deliberate externality. This compels residents to sell their properties below market value to relocate as quickly as possible. The criticism that this theory often receives is that it diminishes the importance of slavery in situating black residents along industrial fence lines, Jacobs YX2D, up and down the Mississippi River. In the words of Carter, YX2B, slavery was the deliberate externality from which Shield continues to profit. Pollution was never needed. That kind of went way over my head. Are these current events in the game? Fence line diaspora. In the end, we decided to leave Dimes. It wasn't the cat cracker or the smells or the fear for our children's health that drove us away, though they played a part. Truth be told, it was the media attention, the spokespeople and activists and academics and all this. I was done with it. I was done being a poster child, done being thought of as a victim. I wanted my experience to be my own, not something to gawk at or dissect in a laboratory. Are these diaries? A photo of your mom holding Blake as a baby on a beach in Pensacola, Florida. It's winter. You stand beside them, bundled up and laughing as a gust of wind rakes the beach. The sky is bone white. The heat of spring will soon arrive, and the mildewed air of the window unit will fill the room. Okay. Why you had to say it in such poetic tones, I have no clue, but go off, I suppose. What's this? An old defective flat screen that your mom never bothered to bring to the curb. You turn on the television. A chaotic distortion of your mother's memories flash before you. Sure. And then I can change the channel here. Flashing lights indeed. Be careful. Okay. And that's enough. What else we got? Bedroom. Kitchen. Let's go to the kitchen. More stuff to look at. You were always frightened by the laundry room. I was. Oh, I can go up there. Your mom's painkillers are spilled across the kitchen table. I can go through that door. Microwave. You've discovered so many dead cockroaches in this microwave over the years that I almost said microwave. In this microwave over the years that it's discouraged you from using it. For several months, a dead baby roach was stuck between the clock's display and the protector screen, blocking the hour. Blake finally shook the microwave aggressively enough that the roach fell into the guts of the machine. Yowza! I guess we've seen better days. Almost nothing of consequence. There used to be much more clutter up here. You imagine your mom gave it away as the end approached. Okay. Back to the kitchen. Let's go out to the backyard. I don't know what that is. This truck was your grandfather's. You remember riding in his lap while he let you steer. The dead wasp that collected behind the seat, the smell of grease, whiskey, and nicotine. You and Blake would drive the truck into New Orleans on the weekends. No AC, windows down, the rattling chassis was deafening going 75 on Interstate 10. Million has been slowly repairing the vehicle since your mom's death. Is that Million? It is. Million is a robot. Your mom's old four-cylinder 350cc bike. It was extensive rust. It has extensive rust and wear. A disintegrating crab net. Blue taught your mom how to make these, and your mom taught you. In the summers, you'd bike to the suction before sunrise, tie chicken necks to the bottom ring of your net, submerge it, sit there nursing your coffee while the swamp raised its voice. You'd come home with a dozen or so crabs snapping and writhing in a burlap bag. You assume your mom hadn't been out on the water much this past year. A steel pry bar sits upon the overturned boil pot. A pry bar, huh? I guess I'll talk to Million. Million sits in her characteristic slouch, lost in thought. Her carapace has taken on the rusted and weathered worn quality of the rest of the machinery in the yard. You recall the night that your mom showed up with her. You and Blake stayed up past dawn, poring over pirated API docks. Her ragdoll mask was slumped on the floor as you wrote the routing procedure. Oh, I know a lot of robotics then. You wonder if such memories hide behind her constellation of eyes. The robot regards you casually. Speak. Wow, look at that face. Kay, you're awake. Best sleep in years. Catherine used to say the sound of the refinery gave you restless sleep. Your return home must have been quite exhausting. In any case, I'm certain I was no help. She gestures toward the motorcycle at the edge of the carport. I was turning over the engine on that bike to test the coils. It was quite noisy, but they're in good shape now. All I need is a fuse, and we can use it to get around while I finish repairing the truck. I heard the phone ringing inside, but I had my hands full. Where can we get a fuse? The gas station just up the road has them, but you may have to persuade Troy to let you in. Were you expecting a call? Many people have been calling since Catherine died. Your brother is usually the one to answer the phone, but I don't know where he went off to. I wonder where he could be. Likely at the bar or bookstore if I had to guess. Why would so many people... Well, I already know why so many people would be calling. Your mother left behind a lot of loose ends. From what little I know, I gather she was conducting research for a collector in Metairie? Metairie? Am I saying that right? I sense that many people would like to acquire that data. I am unaware of where she has hidden it. Perhaps Blake knows its whereabouts. Research for a collector, huh? Who exactly would want to see the data? Who exactly would want to see this data? Your mother spent her entire life researching this town. She knew histories that others had forgotten. History has a lot of value in this place. Who is this collector? I haven't a clue. These aren't things she discussed with me. As the cancer spread, she became more guarded with her research. She always kept strange company. An occupational hazard, I suppose. So anyway, that's all. Let's go to the front yard then. But first, let's go to my mind map. This scary mind map. Million was I kind of want to do both, but let's go with a fugitive. Once a fugitive, now just a relic. She spends hours in stasis beneath the house like any discarded thing would. Million was also a security android. She guarded the perimeter of the aluminum refinery in Gramercy. One day she ran away. But why? You don't know. To find her family? What? No. Okay. Anyway, finished thought. Your brother. Oh, okay, so I guess I'm not getting much more from, Oh, here we go. Your mom was conducting research. For who? For a collector in Eerie. Your mom was conducting research. Anyway. Your mom was conducting research for a collector in Eerie. That's all you know. Alright, get me out of this scary place, thanks. Alright, front yard. Cool. Mary? Your grandfather's statue of the Virgin Mary sits in the shadows along the crawl space of the house. Your mom fed the neighborhood strays. They must be hungry since she passed. 3 times this house has flooded. The first flood is a shadow of a memory. Placing your feet down on drenched carpet, your mom and grandfather ripping out sheetrock, sitting in a small RV in the backyard setting dolls on a cluttered little table. Second flood. You were 14. The pumping station failed during a heavy rain. You were in class watching the clouds move upriver. You got a text message from your mom. Stay in Destrehan. I'll come get you. For 2 weeks you shared a hotel room with your mom and Blake. She spent all her days gutting the house. In the evenings, you would sometimes help. Another pump failure. Your mom hired contractors with the insurance money. She said she was getting too old for it. You were bitter. You blamed her for not selling the house sooner. You stayed with friends in New Orleans. The fourth flood. The fourth flood will follow a slow hurricane, and it will be a calamity. It will leave the entire region submerged as critical levees breach. As critical levees breach. There will be a massive blackout that lasts weeks. Much of the sewerage infrastructure will be damaged beyond repair. The embattled federal government will do nothing to assist. It will bankrupt the region. Small militant enclaves will form along the high ground of the Mississippi River. They will take to piracy and hijack commercial shipping vessels. Private mercenary forces will retaliate in kind. Slowly, industry will flee this hot zone. The old river control structure will collapse from neglect and sabotage. The Mississippi River will again change its course. Norco, an old abandoned refinery town on a ghost of a river. Your house will be squatted and then razed. Okay. What a vision. Streets, backyard, inside, statue. Statues, you say? That's not haunting at all. You observe the weathered concrete and flaking paint of the statue. The face is especially deteriorated, framed by a system of cracks. There we go. You run your hands along the deteriorating contours of the statue. What am I seeing? It snaps off as if by design. Behind the statue's face hides an odd assemblage of electronics, carelessly soldered together. The center of the electronic configuration is what appears to be a card reader. Okay, Mary. It's all so odd. No, this is a scary place. I don't want to go into my mind. Front yard. Okay. So now I can go into the street. What's this? Oh, that's right, that's right. It's my, Gotcha. Overworld. Okay, well, what's this? The overhead light of the neighbor's kitchen illuminates yellowing wallpaper and unused furniture. Okay. Birds. 3 crows eye you from the power line. Oops, that's not what I wanted. I think I'm done around here. Let's go to the street. Just cuz. Padupi? Padu Private Investigators. Oh, Padu PI. We snoop for you. Okay. For you. The snowball stand is closed for the winter. That makes sense. Who eats ice cream in the winter? Ha ha. The turtle. He crawled out of the trash can. Don't touch him, see? He's dirty. No, he's not. The turtles are always clean. They live in water. Trash water is not clean. We got to go, see? Just let me stare a little longer. He's pretty. Pretty turtle. Anything else? Let's walk inside. Oh, well, let's look first. The lights are on at Padu Private Investigators. Fine, well, let's go in. You knock. No answer. Fine, we're not going in. What else we got then? Floodgate Tavern. I'm at Padu PI. But I can't go in. Home. Dimes discounts. Let's try there. A film crew is set up along River Road. Several floodlights illuminate a gruesome murder scene. 2 men stand pensively above a corpse. Eesh, I'm approaching the set. As you near the set, a small, energetic man jumps from his chair. Oh. Why I gotta be all that? Can't you see we're trying to shoot here? What are you filming? It's a detective drama called None of Your Goddamn Business. Jeez. Any other questions? Sounds cool. So is this like a murder scene? Keep it up and it's going to be. Hey. You know what? Wait a second. You from around here? Yeah? We could use some cultural expertise, you might say. We're filming a Bayou cop drama, and all these knuckleheads are from LA. An actor on set turns towards the director. I told you, Kevin, I'm from Texas. Oh, that's right, Noah. I forgot your Harvard-educated daddy bought a boutique ranch outside Austin. Well, that don't make you a cowboy, hoss. Now hush up before you scare off the yokel. The director returns his attention to you with a mild look of disgust. Help us out, will you? This script needs some work. What do you say? Man, I just want to say no, but I'm kind of intrigued as to what I say if I say fine. So here I go. Great. Hey Noah, Get over here so you can learn something from this stupid redneck. Jeez. The actor smolders. He whispers under his breath. I'm a redneck. Fine, Noah, you're a redneck, a real salt-of-the-earth kind of guy. But as luck would have it, we came across an even dumpier hayseed than you, okay? So just take a knee. Alright. Anyway, we need some good slang. What do you call a villain, a bad apple, a lowlife? I don't know enough about the slang of Louisiana. That's too easy. That's too much, I think. Let's go with Bad Daddy. Bad Daddy, huh? You nod solemnly. That's pretty jive, pretty seedy. I can work with that. Great, that's settled. One more thing. What's a more regional way of saying to murder, to kill? Slather him with the oyster flavored peanut butter? Send him home with the roosters. Send him home with the roosters. You maintain severe eye contact. I'm looking at you, you old coot. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Sounds raw. Sounds real. Remember it, Noah. Home with the roosters. Well, I'm satisfied. The crawfish devil. Slathered up another poor bastard with the oyster-flavored peanut butter. Sent a shiver down my spine. Those aren't what I said. I seriously have to repeat this? What? This is how real people speak, Noah. I don't know. It's how people talk outside Silver Lake, you understand? Real people are out here saying weird, gross shit all the time. So memorize that line, because that line is going to win me a Golden Globe. Oh, the director half remembers your presence. Obviously, because those weren't the lines I fed to you. I'm pretty good at sourcing talent, aren't I? Always had a knack for it. I guess I owe you one. If ever you need anything, talk to Noah or somebody else on set. Just don't bother me, I'm busy. Now get lost. I guess it turned out to be something useful, maybe. A freight loader is being repaired in the Batur Woods over the levee. Gas station. Let's look at it. So many evenings spent watching traffic pass by this gas station. Little has changed. The neighboring business still sits abandoned. The surrounding streets are quiet and empty. Let's touch it. Who's Troy? Ah! Hello? Carl? What happened? Carnival forget you beside the road? And you even brought your little doll. What's it to ya? That's cute. I don't want no trouble. You do look like shit. But I have a feeling I don't want to piss you off. That because my mom died. You're not that stupid, are you? Catherine, she too valuable. They'd never let her die. If anything, she's probably vacationing on a hard drive somewhere. You're trolling me about my dead mom? Ah! Trolling? You're so damn sensitive, can't say nothing around you. Your mom was excavating all along the rim of the lake. She used to pay me to help from time to time, matter of fact. She needed somebody smart. Somebody vigilant. Somebody like me. especially with Shield snooping around. I've seen some wild shit out there, out in them swamps with Catherine. What kind of shit? I won't bother telling you about it. Might hurt your brain. And anyhow, this ain't story time. Yes, it is. It is in fact story time, and I'd like to learn more. Not letting you in this gas station. Goddamn company that runs this dump did me dirty. They swat me with an ATM machine for speaking truth. Ain't let nobody through till I get an apology, very least. I don't want to piss him off. Hold on. That sucks. Don't patronize me with your weak pity. If you really want to get through, go get me some of them pills your brother was selling. That might persuade me. I'm not gonna fight you. I would clearly lose. Yeah, shuffle off then. I don't like that guy. I can go to the Batur now. But let's check my mind map. Troy knows your family. He was buying pills from Blake and occasionally helping your mom with her research. He says she was conducting research in the lake. Shield is an oil refinery. Shield Gulf South is a regional subsidiary of a transnational oil empire. It holds a large share of leases in the Gulf of Mexico and refines crude oil right here in Norco. The chemical annex sits on the other side of town from the refinery. It produces the feedstock for plastic consumer products. Shield owns half the town. Shield. I think that's it. Let's go to Batur. It's a drifter. It's a horse. A lone horse drinks from the stagnant water pooled along the riverbank. A memorial languishes in the river mud. A 2x4 cross, plywood plaque, cairns of pulverized concrete. Sprayed haphazardly onto the plywood as a remembrance. Here passed the brave freedom fighters of January XW11, whose cries of liberty echo through the generations. In much smaller lettering, a different hand scratched fake across the bottom of the plaque. Oh wow. Alright, let's talk to the drifter. A man sits on a pile of flotsam, his head buried in his canvas jacket against the sharp air. That makes sense. Where? Let's speak to the drifter. Stupid horse. The man's gaze stays fixed on the opposite bank of the river, never turning to you nor the horse. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna make random wise conversation with the drifter. Can't stand that horse. A lot of stupid in this world. Stupid people. Stupid horses. Couldn't agree more. He spits on the dirt at his feet. You know what all they dump in that water? Hell of a cocktail. He spits again, wiping a string of mucus onto his sleeve. Blech. What you out here for anyhow? Ain't you heard they got a criminal on the loose? Bringing the law around here, making things harder for the rest of us. Best be sharp, young one. Okay, he's a weirdo. Time for me to get gone. You pocket your mom's pills. That I do. Oh, my inventory. Oh, cool. And let's just do this. Yep. Easy. Got me them pills? Only way you're getting through. Yeah, I got your pills. Smart move. I'll let you cross the picket line this time, punk. Why are you so mean? You absolute ass. Haha, ATM machine. I get it now. Immaculately stocked cigarettes. I'll talk to the kiosk in a sec. A manual price scanner. Dusty bags of dog food line the shelf. Dog food, eh? Reminds me of a game I dislike. Protein bars, bubblegum, breath mints, taffy, etc. Oh. Fuses hang on the shelf. You grab a fuse. Yay, I got a fuse. I detect that you have merchandise in your possession. You must remove any unpurchased items from your backpack and scan them in order to exit the store. To use an item in your inventory, drag the item from the inventory menu to the intended target. I see. How neat. The disembodied illuminated head of the kiosk levitates silently in the browser tab. I detect that you have merchandise in your possession. Drag it. I scan the fuse. Thank you for your purchase. Okay, neat. Now let's talk to him. Good evening. How may I help you? You own this place? I am Discountware, a distributed cloud-based operating system for American Discount Southeast Incorporated. Semantic version number 16.3.3. Okay. The owner of this franchise is Perilou and Sons LLC. Discountware is licensed to Perilou and Sons LLC via the Standard American Discount Southeast Incorporated licensing agreement. You know Troy, that guy outside? Thank you for your inquiry. I am forwarding it to Perilou and Sons LLC. Perilou and Sons LLC has declined to respond to your inquiry. Is that so? So why'd Troy get fired? American Discount Southeast Incorporated prides itself on its outstanding mentorship and jobs training program. Oh, okay, so this line, huh? American Discount Southeast Incorporated works to ensure that each franchise location provides opportunities for career growth. At American Discount Southeast Incorporated franchise locations, we leverage automation and machine learning technologies to enhance the lives of all employees. To apply for a position at any American Discount Southeast Incorporated franchise location, man, that's a long name, please visit American Discount SE-ADSC today. How do you like this job? I proudly perform the routine maintenance operations and procedures of 227 American Discount Southeast Incorporated franchise locations across the Southeast region. ADSI is a model company awarded for excellence in business and community service. Thank you for inquiring about ADSI. Right, I'm good. That's it. Oh wait. So many evenings spent watching traffic pass by this guy who lives in the living room with still sits bad. The surrounding streets are quiet and empty. Okay. Oh, the girls are gone. I wonder. You knock, but there's no answer. Okay, I guess I'm going home. I'm going home. Let's go to the backyard. You got the fuse? Good. We'll be able to use the bike to get around town until I'm done with the truck. It concerns me that Blake still hasn't returned. He's been spending a lot of his time at Sarpy Paperbacks lately. Perhaps we should look for him there. Yeah, I think I'm done here, so let's go. Airline Highway. Take me there, Million. The sky bleeds a color you knew as a child. Airline Highway passes beneath your feet. Million has joined your party. Interact with party members by clicking their portraits in the party menu. If you're stuck, they may be able to help. Talk to me, Million. Million shouts over the wind. The bike runs much better now. You can use it to get around during your visit. How have you been? I am always the same, Kay. Always the same. Is that bad or good? Whichever you prefer. Are you depressed? No. Love you, Mills. Thank you. No love me back? Okay. That's disheartening. Thanks. What's it been like around town? S.H.I.E.L.D. has been expanding since you left. Catherine took your grandfather's boat into the lake to investigate reports of construction in the swamps along the shoreline. She assumed it to be unpermitted S.H.I.E.L.D. activity. I got tripped up over unpermitted. She was unable to find any evidence of it. However, it was clear that she found something during that investigation. What was it? I don't know. Perhaps you do? I haven't spoken to her in years. How would I know? So what makes you think she found something? I've known Catherine for a long time. Her behavior changed. In any event, something drew her to the lake in the months before her death. How's Blake been? The year that you left, Blake became uncontrollable. His behavior troubled Catherine deeply. He was beginning to remind her of your grandfather. After he was expelled from Destrehan, he began running drugs into the parish. He made himself many enemies. He put those things behind him after her illness, but now that she's gone, I'm uncertain what to expect. This place can ruin people, perhaps. I won't apologize for leaving. No one is asking you to, Kay. Where could Blake be? He spends much of his time at Sarpy Paperbacks. Perhaps we should check there. Okay, let's go. Monkey stares at you. You stare at Monkey. What else we got? Oh, the scary place! That's not what I wanted. In the lake. Your mom was investigating reports of unpermitted S.H.I.E.L.D. construction in the lake. While there, she saw something, but what? She's conducting research. No! Your mom was investigating reports of construction in the lake. She found no evidence of it, nor who might be behind it. Something in the lake. Your mom saw something in the lake. It's a mystery. Oh, okay. So now I go there by doing this. Wow. Let's see. Floodgate Tavern, Home, and Dimes Discount. And S.H.I.E.L.D. Oil Refinery. Okay. Sarpy Books. A young man leans against his station wagon while scrolling idly on his phone. his silhouette darkened by the fluorescent glare of the payday lender's sign. Checks to cash. Two teens nod and gesture excitedly while bouncing between topics. Neat dog! Why are his eyes yellow? A stocky pit bull with piercing green eyes. Green! I meant green. You said yellow. Watches the horizon with a neutral demeanor. Your mom used to come here to dig through the stacks. Among the heaps of used romance novels and westerns, she always managed to find some occult artifacts. The owner is also the landlord. You imagine that's the only way he manages to keep a place like this running. Over the years, they have experimented with other revenue-generating schemes. For a while, you could get your phone repaired here. Then they tried selling vape cartridges, then kratom, then anime wall scrolls, LSU yard ornaments after that. You remember seeing online that they were trying to do some kind of acupuncture thing. In the end, the schemes always fail, and only the paperbacks remains. Okie dokie, let's pet the dog. As you reach down to pet the dog, she shows her teeth and growls softly. Aw, that means she's friendly. Okay, she won't let me. Where this dog came from, bruh? Dunno. She been sitting here for a while. You seen her eyes? Them eyes are something, bruh. Alright, you guys. Started doing this rideshare thing a few weeks ago. It's not worth it. Kinda hate it. Because it's not worth it. Why? Pays like shit. Yes, that's why it's not worth it. Spending hours a day making small talk with randos is melting my brain. Nearly broke an axle driving over a pothole in Holly Grove. This is my grandpa's car. If I trash it, he'll kill me. Drove anyone interesting? That's always the line, right? when you're talking to one of the rideshare drivers, you always ask, anything interesting happen on one of these? It's like asking, how's the weather out there? There's all types around here. Some guy drove out to the middle of the swamp. It was like 2 a.m, asked me to wait. He got out, took off his clothes, jumped in the bayou, came back up a minute later with a bag, toweled off, got back in. That's super weird. Found that to be pretty fucking weird, I don't know. And a while back, I drove some lady out to the medical district. She was an odd one. Seemed kind of sick, asked me all kinds of questions. Do I ever pick up random signals on the radio? Weird shit like that. It's just all types. Indeed. The world takes all kinds. Let's go into the bookstore. Oh, you wonder how anyone can read in this dim and cluttered bookshop. As your eyes adjust, you see Blake's childhood friend, Erica, waiting behind the counter to greet you. Kay? And Million, when did you get back to town? I've been in Norco for quite some time. Perhaps you are misremembering, Erica. Weird. I guess so. But anyhow, Kay, you're looking rugged these days, old friend. Heard you ran into Troy. That guy. My God, he's such a clown. Tell me about it. I was keeping up with your travels online, but haven't seen you post in a while. I tossed my phone in the Rio Grande. I have so much to tell you, I can only imagine. Would love to grab a drink and hear all about it. For what it's worth, things have been eventful around here as well. Floods, fires, gunfights out in the lake. Rarely a dull moment these days. And of course, your mom was always in the mix. I'm convinced she never slept. I'd be driving in late from the city and, swear to God, I'd see her alongside Airline. She'd have a headlamp on, dredging trash out the borrowed ditch. Up until the very end, she never let her illness stop her. I'll miss the hell out of that woman. Same. You and your brother have been living in my heart since I heard the news. I know you weren't always on the best terms with your mom, but she loved and admired you. She talked about you constantly. I think it used to make Blake upset. He felt like you were the favorite. He's absurd. Yeah, he's a dweeb, but we still love him. Have you seen Blake lately? Yeah, I saw him just yesterday. He hasn't been around the house? He has not. He said he was heading to Floodgate Tavern when I saw him. He may have gotten wasted. I know Coop let him sleep behind the bar a couple of times. Did he know you were coming, Kay? He never mentioned it. Thought I'd surprise him. I'm sure he'll be relieved to see you. He's been resisting help, but he needs it. If I hear from him, I'll tell him to find you. Cat! Your name is Crouton. So this here is the illustrious Crouton. We found him behind the dumpster out back licking cardboard. Whatever you do, don't try to pet him. He's a devil. I've got scars all over my hands from this damn cat. Oh please, I'm a pet person. See? He loves me. Oh wow. Crouton usually bites strangers. He must like you. What does that one mean? He seems to be getting a little excited. Oh, that's easy. Wow, I've never seen a cat purr this hard. Maybe you two should slow down. What are you talking about? No, really. Stop touching the cat. Crouton looks like he's fixing to explode. Oh, no way. Cats don't explode. Uh-oh. Ouch! Ah! Oh no! I messed it up. Okay, let's try it again. Oh my goodness! What just happened? What just happened? What the fuck just happened to the cat? Okay, god damn it. I told you to stop fucking with the cat. Did he just launch through the ceiling? What the hell just happened? What? Hey, I got a phone case. What just happened? Why are you mad? Okay, I love you. I know you're going through a hard time, but I'm a little pissed you launched the cat through the ceiling. Just give me some space, okay? Oh, that was amazing. I had nothing else to do here. Nice. So now I have a phone case. Oh, wow. Your brother. was headed to Floodgate Tavern. He mentioned this to Erica when he dropped by Sarpy Paperbacks to see her yesterday evening. Okay. Whew! That was fun. How about now? You ready to talk? Still not over the crouton thing, in case you're wondering. Aw, come on. It's all in jest. All in good fun. I do hope Erica is correct, and that Blake's absence is due to nothing more than another drunken night. My intuition leaves me with a sense that something is wrong. Do you feel it too, Kay? Does something feel strange to you? Yeah, kinda. Since this is a game about finding him. Alright, this demo is a little longer than I expected it to be, but I'm still interested. I'm going to play a little more, try to get to the end of this demo in another video, so I'm going to stop it right here. So stay tuned for that. And in the meantime, I really appreciate you watching. Be sure to let me know in the comments what I mispronounced. And I'll see you all in the next video. Later.